The finals upcoming in a matter of moments. Kirai Johnson, Heidger, Frohoff. But right now it's deja vu all over again. Let's take a look back earlier this year. It's time now for our sun-kissed finishers. For this sun-kissed finishers, we take you back to the beginning of the season. What?
Well, you got Russell and Tanner taking a 13th. They've played together 2 weekends now, not done very well. 2 very good individual players not meshing as a team. And at 9th place, you've got to note Lewis and Swadek. Disappointing finish for them. They've been in the finals a couple times this last month, unable to close the door and get that first win for the season. Nick Hanneman Seligson, nice finish at 7th. Disappointing finish for Fenoy Moana and Blanton. Holden and Rogers, a consistent 5th place with Garrido and Martin, another nice weekend. And Albert Hanneman, Aaron Boss, a 4th place finish, their best finish for the year. And the consistent other Brazilian squad, Neto and Lopes, another strong 3rd place finish.
But who will be crowned champion? The challenge at Atlanta? We will find out because the finals are right around the corner on Fox Sports Net. Moment, Karts Kirai, Adam Johnson, Rob Heidger, Brent Frohoff. Give these fans their due. The rain has come, it has gone, and hopefully it will stay away. It is a light sprinkle, though, and be interesting conditions to play in. You played in the wind, you played in the rain. Really, it's not that bad right now.
I tell you, when you're looking at 100 degrees, 100% humidity, cloud cover with a little sprinkling rain is perfect, and especially for Frohoff and Heidger, we had a bit of a delay between the semifinal and the final. Gives Heidger and Frohoff a little more rest. We've got cool temperatures. It's down to 77 degrees courtside. That's a distinct advantage for the team coming out of the losers bracket that has had to play the extra matches.
1998.
That would be an unbelievable feat. Very deserving, Karts Kirai. It's going to be tough, though. You're going to have Loyola, Manuel, Whitmar, Steffes, all the top players coming back for the last 3 or 4 tournaments of the season on the AVP tour. I think if you're Karts Kirai, just get each one when you really have a good opportunity like this weekend here. Notch it closer and closer and closer, and don't be thinking about the big picture.
I think it's like a pennant race. He's mathematically in it. But as you mentioned, a lot of great players, such as Brent.
And it's nice.
He will be teamed up with Rob Heidger. The favorites, obviously, Adam Johnson about to serve, and Karts Kirai. Crowd amped, ready to go. We hope you are too. Up into the heavens looks Adam Johnson. We are underway, our final in Atlanta. Frohoff with nobody up, and he waffles that one long. So 1-0 right out of the chute for Johnson and Kirai.
And Adam gets this whole play started with a great jump serve right down the middle. Frohoff making a good pass, just unable to get his rhythm. Kirai dropping off the net. Fro hits it out of bounds.
Atlanta has been wonderful to Adam Johnson's partner, Karts Kirai. We'll document that in a moment. Fro, huge hit. Out of the cannon, Froey, and it'll be side out, and Brent will serve.
Huge hit and another great pass for Brent Frohoff. I think that's one of the skills that he has never really received enough credit for. He's always been a side-out machine, and the reason for that, he's a great passer, one of the best passers on the beach.
And now with that high toss into the light rain, now stopping momentarily, the sun trying to peek through. There's Karts Kirai. Kirai going for number 135. This is the 4th time that the AVP has had a tour stop here. Karts has won the previous 3, plus winning the Olympic gold medal with Kent back in '96. He won with Steffes in '94, Ack in '95, Steffes again in '96.
Needless to say, Atlanta's been very good to Karch.
Throw a little cut, nobody home.
Again, first 3 serves to Brent Frohoff. When these 2 teams met in the finals of the winners bracket, again, Kirai and Johnson sent a lot of serves toward Frohoff, but toward the end of the match, they switched to Heidger. Heidger made a few mistakes. Don't be surprised to see Karch and Adam switch over to Rob pretty soon if Frohoff keeps continuing to side out.
Rob putting up the wall, but Adam Johnson packing enough heat that time, and out it goes.
That's just a tough break for Rob Heidger. Penetrates, he's over the net, he roofs this ball straight down. Unfortunately, it hits the top of the net and ricochets off to the side.
Nearly a block. Our stats today, Billy Bullion doing a yeoman job. Down the middle it goes. I got it, you take it. Ace for AJ.
Well, previously, Frohoff has made 2 great passes on those tough serves down the middle. This one was just out of his reach, and this was a bullet.
Adam poised and ready. 2-0. Johnson, Curie, early going. Good pass again off a tough serve. Going cross court. Brent Frohoff. What about Fro's injury? How devastating was it? Because he was out for nearly a year, wasn't he?
Well, he missed all of last year and part of the year before. It was just one of those nagging type of injuries that just wouldn't go away. Every time it started to feel a little bit better, Fro would go out and play, re-injure it, and it just kept him down.
Heidger gets a piece of the action, but once again, Adam Johnson.
Adam Johnson, you see him there, excuse me, Billy, with such a quick arm swing. Heidger seems to be right on the ball, but Adam with that quick arm just whips it there before Heidger makes the penetration. Unable to, Rob Heidger's got to get over a bit sooner.
Like a quick quarterback that releases Dan Marino. Adam Johnson flips it quickly. Karch can't stretch. And that was Rob Heidger's turn to dial in a side out. Big Rob. This is a nice finish, no matter how it ends up for Heidger and Frohoff, coming out of the weeds a little bit to impress here in Atlanta.
There's a good shot of Rob Heidger there. I think how he plays in this final will really dictate how it's going to go for the team of Frohoff and Heidger.
You know how tough it is to get to a final and then get through and win. Just ask Brian Lewis. Well, I tell you what, he has been in so many finals the last year and a half, and unable to get a victory.
And that wears on you after a while. You really start thinking, oh, here I am, another final. What am I going to take another second? It's tough. And Brian Lewis and David Swadek have had a wonderful year. They've won 2 finals of the winner's bracket. It's just a matter of time, I think, until that team breaks through.
Come on, get out of here!
That one did get out. You could hear the animated Brent Frohoff. You will see Fro give some emotion. Adam rarely does, and neither does Karch for that matter. 2 very stoic competitors. Composed, I think, might be the key word. That, my friends, kisses tape.
You mentioned it early, Billy. Frohoff with such a high toss. This is a difficult ball to hit well. He rips it down Karch's line. You don't ace Karch very often, that one hitting the tape.
And he's not taking a lot of time. He's ready to gun it again. Perfect pass that time by Curie. Karch up, great up, over. Reading him like a comic. In the back, Fro. Again, slapped at that one. I think it's worth mentioning again because if you did not join us during our semifinal, Frohoff commits maybe earlier than most in the back. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it's easy to read.
Well, when you make the commitment early and you guess right, you make the play look so easy. But a lot of times Brent will move too soon, give his defensive position away, and makes it easy for the opposing team to side out.
In fact, Franco was mocking him a bit during that semifinal. Just that. Heidger.
And this is key. You see Rob Heidger there. He's got to side out. He's got to get some confidence, get some rhythm going, and really penetrate at the net. Brent Frohoff is seasoned. He's seen a lot of finals. He knows how to play well in finals. The key is Rob Heidger. Cut his mistakes, get over, be big at the net, and Frohoff and Heidger have a good chance here.
And it's 2-1 right now. That one's off a little bit, but a nice pace shot that time up and over Heidger by Adam Johnson. And now the sun is out and the temperature will start to rise a bit.
And so will the humidity. And after that play, you saw Rob Heidger pointing to himself saying, Fro, when that sets off the net, I've got to get back off the net. If there's any rap or bad rap on Rob Heidger, is he doesn't drop off the net when the ball's off and put the pressure on the other team.
Tough pass, good hustle. It's close though, tight. And Karch wins that battle. That just drifted on Fro a little bit. You can't fault him. He ran up there to bump it as fast as he could.
Well, again, another fantastic jump serve for Adam Johnson. Great pass by Heidger. Frohoff just oversetting a little bit, trapping him, and Karch taking advantage.
AJ ready to serve it up.
Guess we know where Karch goes out to eat at night.
Stuff we need to know. No one. Nobody up is right down the middle. And deep. The garden spot.
Inside out.
Here we're going to see another nice controlled side out for Rob Heidger. Really reaching, snapping that ball deep middle. Key for Heidger to get off to a real good start.
Great venue, once again, put together here in Atlanta. And the crowd would have been much larger had it not been for the weather. That dipped and dropped and curved, and Karch couldn't believe. That wasn't even close. That was in by a foot.
Roy takes a little look at his old partner, said it got you twice so far.
And we will take the turn. Our first break of our final. Do not go anywhere. You know it's going to be good. It's 3-2 right now. AJ and Karch over Fro and Heidger, coast to coast on FoxNet. L. Kari Johnson 3-2 over Fro and Heidger. And the Wilson qualifying series continues August the 12th and 13th from Hermosa Beach, California. For more information, give it a call. AVA at 310-393-4788. That's 393-4788. Be part of the Wilson qualifying series in conjunction, of course, with the U.S. Championships next week in Hermosa. Now a sun-drenched following here in Atlanta. 36 dump trucks. I missed the last one. Transported sand here to the perimeter center to build this site. 1,000 tons of sand. Built 3 volleyball courts. 32 teams started, and now we're down to 2.
Great shot of Brent Frohoff there. Brent getting 2 aces on the first exchange. And I think that's really important for their team. They could have gone down 4-1, maybe even 5-0. Frohoff gets a couple aces, keeps it at 3-2. You want to get a good start. You don't want to get blown away early, and Frohoff and Heidger are in a good spot. And let us remember, these two teams already met earlier today in the winners' final. And it was some great volleyball. Frohoff block, Adam, just out. Adam's not going to accumulate the blocks like some others on tour. But we're at 3 with that point. Well, here you're going to see Frohoff in the back, making a couple fakes. Guessing right, Kari hitting it right to him for an easy defensive play, and just rips the ball off Adam's block for a point.
Sometimes it looks so easy. Karch hitting it right to him. Well, if you're going to go for it like he is, and already serving 2 aces, Fro will get a few service errors, and that was one of them. And Karch and the patented pink hat, ready to go.
That last serve of Frohoff's had ace written on it as well. Just ticked the top of the net.
Tight. Way too tight. Even a big guy like Heidger can't get around Adam Johnson when it's right on the tape.
Here we're going to see. This is a tight set by Frohoff. But if you're Rob Heidger, you got to try to do something else. Dink it away from the block. Go for the joust. Try to do something to save that tight set. Adam Johnson just putting the ball down.
Nary a breath of wind here at the perimeter center. That's a good cross court away from Adam Johnson. And Rob with his copper tone tattoo, absolutely blazing here.
You're going to see Rob Heidger. He's been serving great this weekend, not with the jump serve, but shooting short and keeping the players deep into the court and coming up to block.
Tit for tat. Why not? Heidger best Karch with that big wall.
Well, there you're going to see Heidger float hurting Karch deep into the court, stepping up, pressing over, and that's just a wonderful technique for Rob Heidger. Great technique blocking.
So last 2 minutes, Karch has been dug, Karch has been blocked. Heidger! He's huge! And they take the lead at 5-4.
And we said it earlier, Billy, if Frohoff and Heidger are going to take this match, Heidger's going to have to come up big at the net. And there's 2 straight stuffs, straight down.
And some quick points being scored in the early going. Kari the little bumper. And deep corner, AJ. Remember, we have an 8-minute clock. Swatch clocks at 6:05.
Frohoff unable to get to that ball defensively. When your partner stepped up and roofed your opponents 2 times straight, you got to have those light feet. Get ready for the shot. You know it's coming.
Taking guts to try to hammer it down after you've been blocked a couple of times. Just out. And Heidger smiles because he knows that he had no chance at that Adam Johnson serve.
How about a switch?
How about a switch? If they get a point, we would turn it at 6-4. It has been a grueling last few weeks for Johnson and Kirai. Of course, meshed in with all the AVP events. They were in the Goodwill Games in New York.
And that was a long, hot week in New York.
A lot of travel, only getting home to see their families on occasion in the months of July and August so far. Pushed over by Karch, and there's a very quick slap by Johnson.
Frohoff coming up with a very nice deep middle jump serve of his own. Johnson stepping in with a great pass and the great side out. Good footwork by Adam Johnson. You've got to take the steps over to make that pass. That sets up the whole play.
Karch working. Rob Heidger.
Good from side out.
A roof up here is collapsing.
Heidger again going high off the block. Rob Heidger siding out well. It's a big factor.
High.
The more he sides out, Billy, the more confidence he gets, the more of a factor he'll be up at the net.
Tough short serve. Adam never went. And once again, the serve that I think should be utilized much more often, the short serve pays off for Rob Heidger and Brent Frohoff.
And Heidger's got a great short serve.
And we do take the turn at 6-4. Fro and Heidger looking for a championship in Atlanta. You're on top of Kirai and AJ, and weeknights at 6 and midnight, it's the last word. The jungle is blowing up with Romy in LA and a live studio audience at the All-Star Cafe in New York. It's epic sports talk by Coastal and Interactive. Join Romy. Now Kirai and Johnson. What do they have to do to turn things a little bit here, MD?
They just need to steady out their ball control. A couple little mental lapses. They're definitely in the match now.
And a stuff block doesn't hurt. As we say, it's like, it's better than a big hit. It gets you going like nothing else out here.
And when you talked about, if you're going to win your first Open, you got to beat the man, Karch Kirai. And the one thing that Karch never does, he never gives you a win. You've got to beat him.
9-7 our score. There's the short serve. Heidger, Johnson, we could get to 9-8. Adam using equipment. Heidger, oh, Adam Johnson was there! And out it goes. Love the defense, and so does the crowd.
Here you're going to see Karch Kirai with great reactions, picking up that dig by Adam. Adam trying to shoot it deep, just out of bounds. Another good point opportunity for Kirai and Johnson. They didn't get it, but they're starting to get a little bit to Heidger. That's a stuff block and a good dig. Heidger's got to come back and make something happen of his own.
Rob himself, 4 blocks. Here looking for a handful. But Adam Johnson rainbows that one into the back portion of the court.
Adam Johnson really putting some extra loft on that ball. Frohoff so dug in the cross court. If he's got the light feet and moving, he's going to be able to pick up that shot over Heidger.
This crowd choosing sides and getting vocal. That's well done. Good pass. Fro had to go all the way to the net with the quick feet and pop it straight up.
Again, it's great ball control by Ben Frohoff. He's giving Rob perfect sets, and as long as Heidger continues to side out, here you're going to see Frohoff getting up to the net, giving him a perfect set. Heidger seeing the court cuffing down the line. Heidger's in great shape as long as he's not worrying about his siding out game.
Fro doesn't have bad hands. He might use the pause once or twice in a match. Fro wanted Heidger to come back off and get his own. So now it's a little back and forth at 9-7 with just over 4 minutes on the Swats clock.
Critical time in the match. It's one of those moments when the teams both start to side out well and it becomes a war of wills. Who's going to be the team to break through and score a couple more points?
And there is an unforced by Heidger. So 3 in a row for Karian Johnson to sneak back to within 1.
And the key, Billy, 2 out of the last 3 points, unforced errors for Rob Heidger. He cut the ball in the net earlier and hit this ball out of bounds.
And what was a comfort zone is now gone.
There you see Brent Frohoff wisely taking a bit of a timeout, saying, partner, let's settle down, let's refocus, let's do what got us the early lead. Block, play defense, and side out.
These vets know when to use those SWAT stand timeouts. And a perfect time. Each team has used 1 stand. They both have 2 fulls left. Remember, next week, Hermosa Beach, right near where Brent hangs out. Although, I guess Hermosa in Manhattan, that's kind of like, you know, the Civil War.
Not really. We get along just fine.
August 14th through 16th. Watch it. Dogs and cats living together. Right there, 14th through 16th. Blocked by Karch, and out it goes. Actually, it's more Santa Monica, South Bay. That's
yeah,
more.
North Bay, South Bay, there's a bit more animosity, just because we usually whack those guys in the end-of-season baseball game that we have, and they take it a little hard.
Who's good? Who's good when you get around? Who's good in the baseball?
Matt Unger, Kent Steffes are probably the 2 best players for the North Bay, and that's about it for that team.
And representing Orange County, Karch Karian Adam Johnson.
Good for side out.
See, that's what the North Bay always complains, is the South Bay steals the Orange County guys on their baseball team. We pick up Louis, Whitmarsh. Those guys hit a few home runs for us every year.
I was going to say, Whitty is like McGuire. 9-8. Sun shining brilliantly now on this venue.
That's 2 bullets that Rob Heidger has dodged. Adam Johnson ripping that jump serve cross court. It's only a matter of time that he's going to pull that string in a little bit and come up with a couple aces.
You see the lights here. There were day and night matches at the Perimeter Center, which adds a lot of the flavor. Kirai. Touch Heidger, goes in anyway.
There you see great side out for Karch Karian. Adam set that ball 5 or 6 feet off the net. Karch taking a good look, going up with control, cuffing cross court for the side out, and there's the lights. And the players really enjoyed playing the night games. You avoided the sweltering heat in the afternoon. You got the night games, you got big crowds. And here's another good opportunity for Karian Johnson.
But Heidger should get a decent swing at it. But you're right. Karian digs himself out. Karch was like a cartoon character. Those wheels were spinning. He wasn't going anywhere. He finally got up to put it away.
We affectionately refer to Karch as the Hungarian rototiller. There you see, he's just trudging through the sand. And what a great athletic move. You trip, you fall, he gets up and just delivers. And that was really the difference in that play. Heidger was a little off on his opportunity. Karch the same, he comes through.
Hey, in a battle of wills, you're not going to beat the Terminator. See you in a minute. Back to back. They won last week in Milwaukee. Of course, they were disappointed at the Goodwill games, but they did not come away with gold in that one. Actually, the U.S. shutout in both men's and women's beach volleyball, which just shows the tremendous talent around this globe.
Well, Karch and Adam have nothing to be ashamed about. Pará and Guilherme, the #1 team from Brazil, just had an unbelievable weekend. They played great volleyball, and Karch and Adam battled to the end, and it was definitely no disgrace.
That's good set by Heidger. Using his hands. Perfect setup. Fro says, give me some loving.
Give me a little, give me a little. It's hot, it's humid. There's Frohoff with the good anticipation. A perfect set by Heidger, and what Frohoff does so well in transition. Sees the court well, sees the defense, cuffs it down the line for the point.
Trying to change sides with a 2-point lead. Oh, Fro just leaning into that one. Nearly a service error, a foot fault, which you don't see often. Well, he was really leaning into that one.
Well, there's a new rule in the AVP. You can't grab... Contact the ball and follow through over. Point for Frohoff Heidger. This is a huge point.
It takes it to 11-9. One more angle, other side.
So you see Heidger aggressively going over, and that's the argument for Kerryon Johnson, that he contacted that ball before it crossed the plane of the net. Which as a blocker, that's a tough thing to do.
Adam, in other words, in other sense, saying that I never had a chance to hit. But it is a point for Fro and Heidger for victory number 1. Fro's got, what, 15 in his career?
Yes. But what a nice story for Brent Frohoff. Out all last year with the bad knee. Just sitting at home, you know, wondering, am I going to ever get to play again? You know, this knee is not healing. Every time I try to play, I come back, I re-injure it. It's a very frustrating time for a player, and to see him come back like this, it's gratifying.
You know, last year, it was a tough year when guys like Hav, and if you had an injury, and Karch was out for a while, and Frohoff, a lot of the big names the last year or two have found themselves on the shelf. That's an acrobatic move by Karch, but a chance for Brent Frohoff to give him a nice lead.
And you see a little bit of frustration in the body language of Karch Karai. That was an easy serve. Adam Johnson just kind of lost concentration, shot that pass up to the net. Karch, in an acrobatic fashion, saved the ball, but it ended up with an easy point opportunity for Frohoff and Johnson. And at this point in the match, you don't want to give up any more easy points to a team that wants to get their first open win together.
Here's the key point. This is the key point in the match, and that's just out. If Heidger and Fro can get at least one, maybe two more, I think they'll close it out. But this is where Kerryon Johnson put up a wall. When you get to 11 and 12, and then it really gets nervous time, they don't want to get to match point again. Karch and Adam know it's serious from here on out.
Hard line, hard line.
Not a good play. But it is for Karch. That was just given to them, and they took advantage.
Well, you see Frohoff just raising his arms in disgust, and he knows when he makes a poor play. He gave Rob Heidger a terrible set on that. The ball 6 or 7 feet off the net. Karch astutely dropping off, picking up the easy shot, and Fro and Heidger, ball control. That's their motto right now. If they can keep the ball control, keep siding out, they have a great chance to win this match.
But they won't have a chance for a minute or so as a full timeout is called here in Atlanta. Once again, this tournament, two of the top teams not here, Steffes and Whitmarsh, who have really been, in a sense, a disappointment. It's either feast or famine when they have been out here. A lot of people thought they would be contending every week, but a couple of weeks they just haven't shown up, basically.
Yeah, well, they've had 5 ninths and 2 firsts. And,
oh, we're losing it in the humidity. What's the humidity? We lose it every week. 86 degrees, serving it up, Adam Johnson. They're down by 2. 2:29 on the Swatch clock. Heidger, that's off a little bit. Brent could have set him even better there. And it's another point. Wasn't a bad set, but it wasn't a great one.
No, the set was 4 or 5 feet off the net. Heidger's got to go up and rip this ball. He cuffs it down the line. Johnson is there. AVP's one of the AVP's best defensive players last year on the tour. AJ is going to dig that ball every time. You got to put a little more heat on it.
And we told you they reached 12. That's when Karch and Adams seem to get interested. Brent. We could be tied in a matter of moments. The trifecta. 3 points in a row, and Karch, you the man.
Karch Karai, first he blocks, then he makes a great fake on Furoff. Watch, he fakes the block, he drops off, he picks up the ball, and now on top of that, he takes the trap set and saves it with the little knuckle cross court. Karch Karai.
Throwing Heidger, trying to slow it up. AJ. Fro using his hands that time. He said enough of the bump.
Good move for Frohoff at 12-12, a big time in the match. And I tell you, you're Frohoff Heidger, you're up 12-9. The mojo is flowing. Everything's looking good. Don't think that the match is over. Don't think about winning too soon. Side out after side out. And they've given up 3 pretty easy points to Hyer and Johnson. They've got to buckle down.
Now the game's to 3 as we're tied at 12. Good pass by Karch. Heidger. Karch has to react. They're not making mistakes at all. Hyer and Johnson.
And that's one thing that Karch is so strong at. He covers himself. He's unable to make the approach, but he's got such great legs. He still's able to get some rise, see the court, and bang cross court for the side out.
Serve just over. Just over. Using the hands of Hyer. Fro and Heidger. They get the serve. Tied at 12. We're in Atlanta, the Beach Challenge on the Miller Lite AVP Tour.
Couple of big side outs for Rob Heidger, stepping up to the plate, making the pass. Frohoff hand setting, giving him a better position on the net, and Heidger siding out.
I like Rob's demeanor, though. He is much more in control than other times we've seen him in a final. And a lot of that has to do with the guy he's playing with, as you mentioned. Fro, who's been there quite a bit.
And you're going to see Adam Johnson back there serving. And, you know, you talk so much about Karch Hyer, you forget what an incredible athlete and a good thinker Adam Johnson is on the court. Heidger's blocked him straight down a couple times. Critical point in the match for siding out. Adam takes a little off, sees the court. Great cut shot.
Yep. Line.
A chance to take the turn at 13-12. They're good, and they're showing it. Hyer and Johnson, they have battled back as we get jiggy in Atlanta. 13-12 by Marvelous Marvin, Geeter, and the like.
James the man from Honda.
James probably.
Getting jiggy with it at the Jiggy Crew.
James does it better than anybody, I'll tell you that.
So.
13-12. Hyer and AJ, Frohoff, Heidger, in an epic battle. The Miller Lite Beach Challenge in Atlanta.
And Billy, you talk about gut check time. Hyer Johnson putting the pressure on Heidger all day. Adams got Rob in his sights cross court with a jump serve. Will Rob respond?
He's getting worked. Justin. Oh, Justin.
Good shot of Rob Heidger. Responds well with the cuff down the line. Justin breathes a sigh of relief and says, if we're going to win, I'm going to have to get up here and get big right now.
And hoping his partner gives Hyer and Johnson something difficult to handle. It'll be Heidger versus AJ at the net. No contest. The former Trojan from USC, Adam Johnson, slaps to open real estate.
Good look at Adam Johnson right there. He's coming up big here at the end of the match. Big defense, big siding out. This time, seeing that line, and with an arm as quick as Adam's, you give him that line, he's going to bang it.
Oh, that's awesome. Heidger again, earning his pay. That's out.
Heidger with another nice reach off the block of Karch Hyer. Going back to serve. Don't be surprised if Heidger works AJ short or deep.
He's working AJ and he's going deep. With the lollipop. Brent stretching, not there. That's the shot they wanted. Fro can cover that.
Fro showing good discipline on defense. Waiting. He makes his move. Adam with a nice shot down the line just out of Fro's reach.
13-12. Adam Johnson, his team with the lead and the serve. It has been Heidger, and more Heidger. And he's getting it again. Blocked by Karch. Fro is there. Fro and Karch. They still have it.
Billy, you don't have to talk. Watch this great cover by Heidger. Roof straight down, he covers it. He gets a little cue with it at a big time. You've got to keep that ball in, keep the pressure on. Takes Karai to match point, and 135 is 1 point away for Karch Karai.
We're talking about career open victories. And Karch wants to grab it, as you said, while he can. And all Rob Heidger wants is one. And all Brent is to get back into the winner's circle. And then there's AJ, who's been formulating a superstar career on his own. You're right, this was a great exchange.
And really, great stories all the way around. No matter who wins, it's going to be big. Heidger with a great cover there. This ball, he's got to keep in, though. You just don't hit that ball in the net at 14.
You figure that frantic rally was over at least twice before it actually was.
And those are things that you learn along the way. You talk about Karch Karai going for victory number 135. If you're Karai, you don't think about the record. You think about getting one opportunity, one chance to win one weekend at a time. This was a great opportunity for Karch to win, winning the winner's bracket. He got down 12-9. The champion that Karch is, though, he doesn't let it slip away. He bangs away. He bangs away. They keep the pressure on Heidger, and as we're coming down to the wire, that pressure's paying off for Karai.
Karch, in so many ways, reminds you of two great golfers, both of their era, Nicklaus and a Tiger Woods. They come only to win. Anything else is really basically unacceptable, and they are so far mentally at times above everybody else, they can will themselves into a victory.
And I think when you look at Jack Nicklaus, he's head and shoulders. I mean, everyone loves Arnold Palmer, but Jack's really the guy with all the records that really did it all. And when you look at Karch Karai indoors and out, it's the same thing.
To win the title. They can do it right here, and a great chance. Yes!
Billy, you talk about Karch Karai, but Adam Johnson, huge digs, big sides outs. He comes up again with the final point. Nice victory for Karch Karai, 135, and great playing by the Defensive Player of the Year from last year, Adam Johnson.
15-12, a great comeback to win it.
And here you're going to see Heidger rips this ball down the line. Johnson in perfect position controlling, and Karch Karai for the victory gives him a perfect set. And what good is defense if you don't put it away at the end? Adam Johnson doing a great job.
Congrats then to Karai and Johnson as a team, their 5th win of the year. They now tie Loyola and Steffes for the most wins in '98. Kudos to the second place team, too. See you in a minute.